Hello and welcome to another scene set in Living Water Dance Ridge Crossing, New York. As my words kind of blend together in some sort of horrendous, malformed word salad. This scene is in the best Silverfang salt porch, the only Silverfang salt porch. I don't know of any others that exist in this sept. Also known as the Strider's cabin, air quotes, where Jacob has invited his alpha and Katje out to tea again, because this is something he's actually quite good at, and it's actually quite a Silverfangy thing, and he enjoys it, and it appears other people seem to enjoy it, so why not have more of it? He is sitting with a wonderful tea set everyone has seen before. Just sitting outside in the warm summer breeze, pouring himself and his guests to be some tea.
Chloe was actually sitting out on a park bench. She's when she, I assume, gets this in her head, and she actually does quite love tea, so that's absolutely no issue for her. But yeah, she was sitting out there actually with a big, like a bread bag full of bread, you know, and is that what they eat? Pigeons? Is it that, or is it birdseed? It's birdseed, isn't it?
Birdseed, bread, they'll take whatever the pigeons.
True, but birdseed is better, though. So she has a bag of birdseed with her that she was kind of feeding the birds. She was feeding the pigeons, more specifically. But if others came, she certainly didn't stop them from eating. But yeah, so she will kind of... Ooh, tea. And go ahead and close off the bag. Pick it up, tuck her phone in her pocket. And, yeah. She'll head that way. Probably not very far from there anyway. Yep, pretty much. Tuppence a bag.
Sorry.
Nope. I know exactly. Yeah, I thought that too.
Unfortunately, the pigeons do not get tea this day.
Yeah. Katje will have got the message from Jacob, probably from some kinfolk, and she will head over. With her, she will have a little bag of, like, kind of very roughly made rock cakes. And she will, she will approach the porch, and as she gets to the bottom step, she will sort of glance up at both of them on the porch and give a little smile, and then fold and do her, like, impression of a folded in half table.
Yeah, Chloe's just gonna be like, "You're good. You're good. I just got here too. Come on up."
She will straighten herself up and shift her right leg slightly awkwardly, and then come up the steps, and she will offer out to the sort of little sandwich bag that has the rock cakes in them. I know they're not like good biscuits or cookies or whatever, but these go quite well with tea.
Oh no, thank you. It's appreciated. I'll just get a plate out for them. He'll quickly hurry into the Strider's cabin and grab another plate so the rock cakes can be put down.
Yeah, and since Chloe has just gotten there, you can totally see there's like a bag of birdseed that's sort of sitting on the floor, leaning against the front of the cabin. Because why not? It's like right, but basically Chloe dropped it just before you walked up, so it's kind of sort of sitting there unceremoniously. But she'll just be like, well, would you like to have a seat? So, since apparently this is his porch, so I have to be the hostess while he's inside.
It is. You hear from inside the kitchen.
No, the kitchen is yours. The rest of it we share. Damn it.
Katja will sort of give a slightly crooked smile, wistful smile at that, and yeah, she will. Yeah, I'll gladly take a seat and move her way sort of carefully over and lower herself into the offered seat.
Jacob will hop on out with another plate and will begin setting out your rock cakes with you.
So Chloe will get her cup of tea, and she'll like put in a little bit of sugar, but nothing else. And
Yeah.
sort of slowly stirring her tea.
Yeah. When Katja's sort of got a cup of tea and is sort of nibbling on a rock cake, she will then just sort of look to Chloe for a second, then towards Jacob and be like, not that I don't enjoy tea, but was there something specific? Sorry, you asked me here.
Yep.
Apparently, we're quite see-through, Jacob.
It's like a rubbing of the forehead a little bit. Little smile. You, in one of your prior meetings with me, you asked about potentially joining the Striders.
Yeah. Sorry, I realized I haven't got back to you. I know I said I had a few things to resolve and stuff. Are you... I guess I should first ask if the offer is still there. I know some time has passed.
It is.
Well, I know I spoke to both of you about it before, and I felt it was important that we tried to resolve, or at least speak to Talatehine, as I had promised William I would. Keeping my promises is important to me. I have done that, and it was surprising. I couldn't exactly say we saw eye to eye, but considering the circumstances, and she'll give a little shrug. Actually, we had a productive conversation. As the children is a pack I respect, and I've seen and heard you guys have worked really well with them before, but I do not think that they are my home. And if you said you'd be with me, I would. Yeah. Sorry, I realize I'm rambling. Basically, what I'm saying is yes. Yeah. If you and Reindeer will have me, I would be interested in being a part of your pack?
No, I would be.
We've talked about this. We both feel that you're a good fit. And I would welcome you as my sister.
The small smile on Katje's face starts to grow a little bit more. I would like to think it would be nice to have family again.
And Koi will kind of just lean over. It's definitely a tiny bit on the awkward side, but she's doing it anyway. And she'll just kind of lean over to kind of touch like her wrist. Actually, not quite her hand, but like a wrist, and just kind of sort of pat it, I guess, and just be like, "Well, I hope you found it."
But yeah, I also thanks. And she just will sort of still a little bit under the hands, and I hope so too. But I also hope that I can bring something. The Striders have, well, in this place they have such a reputation, and I only hope I could, I wouldn't say live up to it, but bring something to the pack.
I'm sure you will. I remember first time I joined the Striders took a little bit of getting used to. Just had to let it happen naturally.
Chloe just starts grinning at that too. she's just like, you should have heard all of his speeches in my head. And she kind of grins at Jacob. He's very good.
I'd like to hope so. But yeah. I had to find my place.
We were a very different pack back then. I'm honest. I'll be honest. I think we've all struggled in our times to try to find that comfortable place, Because you want to be in a place that you're going to be comfortable, but also a place that you can grow.
I don't think I could have said it better. You want to feel like you can be useful, but that you, as an individual, but that I guess are part of something bigger as well.
Well, I've been doing a little bit of research, shall we say, and we actually have a bit of a mission that we're going to be having to do here pretty soon. We have a few, but I don't want to dump all that on you right this minute. But I'm sure you can be quite useful.
I'll do my best. I will try.
That's all we can ask. Keep in mind, when we were looking for people, we weren't looking just for people who could do everything now. You can't expect that of someone. You look for people who have potential, and people whose minds are able to work with yours. I wouldn't want someone overly traditional in our pack. That would be really awkward.
I get what you mean. I think, I'm definitely not. If you were looking for a complete package of someone who just has strengths in all their things, that's not me. But I think, as I said to Jacob before, I know I have my weaknesses, but I think what I'm trying to do here as best as I can is learn to work with them and make the most of what I can contribute. And there are ways that I'm learning to hear that I weren't available to me before. And it's interesting and it's crazy, but traditional is what I know. It's where I came from, but it's definitely not where I'm going. But I think you're right. In a pack, if you're going to have those people in your head, you don't want everyone to be agreeing with what you say, but you've got to feel like, I don't know, you could at least work with those voices.
Yes, it gets really interesting when Kailani actually is around. She's lupus.
I heard. Is that difficult? I haven't had lots of experience with lupus. Like a little bit, but like arm's length. Do you know what I mean? They were kind of over there.
No, that's fair. I had to explain to her today actually what sucking face meant, just to give you an example of the strange things that happen.
I guess it's a pretty strange expression, but yeah.
There are, how to say, the closest equivalent to it, because there really isn't one, I guess, would be stark cultural differences.
Yes.
But it's, I mean, I've never had an issue of Kailani.
No, she has a big heart. She's a really good lupus.
She was the person in the Amazon who basically got me to put my act back together. So
Really, I don't think I knew that. She had a talk with me about my mother because she was concerned about that a long time ago. She tends to notice these things that matter more than you realize they do. But as long as you're willing to learn and realize that she just has a very different mindset, then that's fine.
I'm willing to listen. I can't pretend I'm always going to understand, but I'm willing to listen.
That's pretty much all it takes. She doesn't. It's not like she has a bad temper or anything.
That's good.
I mean, aside from the fact that she's a Galliard like me, so we are kind of obviously a little higher in the anger area sometimes, but that's just a thing. That's just how it is. You're going to find that on any Galliard.
I mean, it doesn't have to just be a Galliard, but I guess.
Right. Well, if nobody objects, since we've sort of essentially all agreed at this point, yeah. So I'm assuming. Do you have totem?
Yes.
Okay. At least totem 1. Oh, 2, even better. Yeah. At that point, you probably suddenly realize that there's a connection in your head. Because why not? We've agreed, right?
Yeah. I don't know how this works, actually.
We'll just throw it right in there. It's dramatic.
Presumably, reindeer grants his blessing, and you're inducted into the pack. But,
there you go. That is much prettier than what I was saying.
That sounds beautifully eloquent.
And yeah, I'll send you links on stuff later.
Okay.
So you can have like the totem, and we'll have to rewrite it up anyway since there's 2 more on it now. But yeah. And yeah. And so Chloe's just gonna be like, you should know, by the way, I mean, this is pretty much as Jacob likes to claim it's his cabin, it's our cabin.
there is telepathic grumbling.
Chloe had stuck out loud. She wasn't going in head at this point just yet.
He eats his rock cake.
So, I mean, right now we just have like basically one big bedroom in there. We probably should add at least another one anyways. I'm not here every night. And Jacob's not here every night either.
I've been staying in the Cardboard Palace, so I mean, communal living is not really a shock to me at this point.
No, I mean, my sisters were staying here for a long time too because they weren't safe with my mother being out there.
But yeah, I'll definitely drop in. But if you say you guys spend and live with you and spend time with you guys and live with you guys as a pack, but if you guys don't object, I might, whilst not necessarily living at the Cardboard Palace, keep some ties there and keep a voice there, particularly with the kin. And she sort of looks at Jacob at this point. It seems important right now. And just generally, I don't want to... I've made some good contacts there and some good friends, I guess. As much as they can be friends. But,
No, I mean, it's your choice where you stay.
Yeah, I mean, I met...
I mean, if we're pack,
my fiance.
living with pack is part of it, but if you guys are happy to just say spend a couple of nights away, I'd like to keep
you sleep where you like. You sleep where you like. Honestly,
it's fine. Yeah.
No, say if you guys are doing a little sort of split thing, that seems like a good system because pack should live with pack some of the time at least, right?
For me, it's nice when I have business. So, like, if I have a night shift or something, I can just come here and crash. I think Jacob does something like that too. Kai has a den, and she'll point in the direction of Kai's den.
I have an apartment offset, so if you need a place to crash in the city, you got one. Sometimes I'll also be around Philip Liz's place as well.
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, I have a place in Queens. It's a little further out, but again, if you need a place, it's there. We both had places from before we had the cabin, and neither of us has given them up. And I assume eventually he'll probably move in with his wife once they get married.
I'll still be around. They'll be crashing here anyway, so...
There is something I should mention to you. It doesn't really impact much, but it's something you should be aware of, because I don't really talk about it to many people, but if you're in my pack, then you should know this.
I'm all ears.
She's going to hold up her hand, her left hand that has, and I don't know, you may or may not have noticed at some point in the past, but she's actually wearing a wedding band.
Okay.
And she's like, I'm married. It is to a changeling.
Her eyes will go a little wide at that point, but she's still listening.
He's been gone on a mission for 2 months. So he's not around, and he would never be on Sept, obviously, ever. But just the fact that he exists is something that you should know.
I'm glad you told me.
Some people know. Will knows. Jacob knows. Kai knows. Few other people. Eric knows. But it's not. You understand why it's not something. It's not a topic that comes up all the time here, especially here.
Yeah, I could see how that isn't a thing you necessarily want bandied about in general conversation.
Right. That said, if someone higher than me asked, "Are you married to a changeling?" I would say yes. You know, because I'm not going to lie about it. I am. His name is Dimitri. So if you hear that name, that's who I'm referring to.
She will just kind of nod at this point.
Yeah, she's probably just shocked the shit out of her. I hope you're okay with that, but I mean, it's really at this point a non-entity because I have no idea when or if he's ever going to come back here. I'm waiting to hear from him.
I can't pretend that I really understand how or why or how that even works. I don't profess to really know much about the changelings. But if it seems to work for you and it's not really caused any problems for the set, then she'll kind of hold up her hands in kind of a shrug. I guess there's nothing for me to object to, is there?
I was just watching as the traditional, that little bit of tradition in her is still kind of like, oh God, oh God.
She doesn't really want to offend her alpha, but she's like, what now?
she just looks at her. She's like, as you have seen me do my duty. I do my duty in every way that I can do it. It doesn't stop me from doing anything.
Oh, of course. I wasn't like doubting you. As I say, it doesn't. Until you'd said anything, I knew nothing otherwise, and yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. I get it. It's a big thing.
Well, yeah, but also the way you describe it, and seeing as nothing really seems to have impacted here, and you say he's not here, it's sort of a big thing, but clearly not that big a thing at the same time. Does that make sense?
Yes.
He sort of looks at Jacob at this point, like.
He kind of bobbles his head as if to understand what you're saying, and it's like casual affirmation.
Jacob's just like, yeah, whatever.
It's like, yeah, no, I get it. No, I've been there.
He's like, I was there while she was dating him, whatever.
It's clearly very much if other people know and they don't seem upset, so yeah, I guess you do you.
And with that, Chloe will just sort of nod and be like, okay. I mean, that's the thing. You have to be able to trust your pack with stuff like this. I mean, it's not strictly against anything, but it's also not really helpful either. But as long as it doesn't get in the way and I'm doing what I need to do, then I don't see why I shouldn't be allowed to have the mate of my choosing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I get that there are people who would like overreact and be upset and not really listen to everything you just told me. And that wouldn't be productive if they were kind of crazily going off and getting all worked up about this when we have a lot of other stuff that is clearly more important and it would just distract people. So yeah, there's really no need to bring people into things that clearly aren't really a problem. And I guess you doing you and you have a, yeah. I don't have a problem. I'm not gonna go running off telling people. I don't even know who I would run off and tell, but no, yeah, it's fine.
I will just mention that I'm not going to go into names, but I'm certainly not the first person or the last person to date or even marry someone who's not us.
Yeah, this city seems, well, I was told it was cosmopolitan. I just hadn't perhaps expected it to be this cosmopolitan.
It's a bit much. I never expected it either.
But I've loved this place since I came here. It seems crazy and mad, but the way it all kind of works together, it's amazing, and if that's a part of it, so
yeah, that's fair.
Basically, okay. I ain't judging you. I don't claim to understand it, but yeah.
That's fine. That is absolutely fair. Even if you did judge me, it's fine. The next thing on my thing that I would like to mention is that One of the bonuses of being in a pack, at least for myself, and I believe Jacob, is not having to make a big deal about rank, at least unless it's a really formal situation.
Mm-hmm.
Which is so nice because I get really tired of hearing Riot a lot. So I don't feel like you need to submit to me every time you see me.
Okay.
It's fine.
That's cool. Like, you say, we're a pack. If that's, you don't want that, then we're cool.
I accept it in other people because it needs to be seen that it's there.
Yeah, and like if it's like the moot or something, and you're still my alpha, and if there's other people around, then
do what you think you need to do.
But yeah.
And she kind of looks to Jacob to confirm that he feels the same way, even though she's pretty sure he does.
Yeah, usually what I do with people is I just I should just request it the first time to make sure everyone's on the level, and then each and every other time we meet, it's not really a big deal. It's more or less just a case of getting formalities out of the way and that sort of thing.
But no, she was talking about within pack. Like,
oh, within pack?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I see that. Okay, I'll recon that then.
She was saying that she was pretty sure that you felt the same way, but that basically, that's one of the privileges of being in a pack is that you don't have to go submitting every 5 seconds to your alpha.
Yeah,
Or beta.
we're a pack first. Like peers, subordinates, and superiors second.
If you're happy with that, then that's cool. That does make a lot of sense to me.
It's silly. Otherwise, you'd be saying nothing but Riot in my head all day, and I would just get murderous, and that would be terrible.
Yeah, I have no desire to irritate you for no reason.
You get a cat gif in your head.
God. Chloe's just like, God damn it, Jacob. Okay.
My way of 1, 2, 3 testing.
Oh.
All right. Well, I can't think of much else, so I mean, we can touch base on other stuff later. Maybe let you get used to all of these things. But welcome.
Thank you. I'm sure you're aware. If you can't find me, you can obviously now through this. Sorry, not used to that yet. But I'm normally often at the forge. I'd offer it to any of the Garu anyway, but specifically you guys, I can't claim great skill at it yet, but if there's anything you think I can do for you in the forge, just let me know and I'll try and figure it out. It might take me a couple of goes, but keeps me busy, hey?
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you need any help, I'm pretty with stuff like the police. I'm pretty connected to the city in general.
And at this point, I don't have much to offer in terms of either police or bull. I mean, I can make you a nice blanket, but I'm not sure that'll help you much. But I have learned a gift that most people of my auspice and everything don't. I can speak to spirits, mostly because we never seem to have a theurge, and one of us needs to be able to. So if you run into that, then that's a thing. If nothing else, I can translate for you.
That sounds really helpful.
Also, if you feel the need or you wish to learn Luna's armor, one of us, at least I know I would willingly teach you.
Yeah, it's a gift we've all come to learn and love, as it were.
That is definitely something I would be interested in learning. If,
Once you're of appropriate rank.
of course.
And I have every hope that you will be.
Well, you've been through enough at this point to qualify for at least 3 bloody Fostern challenges. I know that much.
I wouldn't say I'm quite there just yet, but this place, it definitely throws enough at you. It's not hard to see and experience things here.
There's no lack of things to do here. But I should probably get going. I actually do need to go make a round or two.
I wouldn't want to hold you up or keep you here if you have things to do. But thanks again. I might go back to the Cardboard Palace and bring a few things here, if you don't mind.
No, of course. As a matter of fact, once I finish my round, I'll go see if I can get, or I'll ask one of my sisters, see if she'll help me or whatever, just because that's a thing. Maybe we can get another dresser in there so you can put some clothes or belongings.
I mean, I didn't come to the city with much. I don't have much. But I have a couple of changes of clothes and a few knickknacks, I guess.
Then a dresser should be fine. Then you can tuck it all into drawers. Do whatever you need to do to make it comfortable for you. It's fine. It's not fancy in there.
Katje will give you actually a really genuine, really happy smile. Thank you. Like, I don't think that seems enough, but yeah, thanks.
My sisters did some things while they were staying here because, well, they couldn't do much else. They were kind of stuck here. So there's actually a bit more decor around than there was, but it can always be changed. And yeah, Chloe will kind of offer a smile to both of them, and just be like, "I guess I'll see you later, and I'll check about getting that dresser for you."
Yeah, Katje will just nod in her direction, and yeah.
Yeah, Chloe will. She'll leave the bag there and the bird seed just sitting on the porch, and she's gonna walk away.
Jacob ways are off.
Yeah, and Katje will turn to Jacob and just sort of point over her shoulder with her thumb. Yeah, I'll go get those things if you don't mind.
No problem, Katje. I'll see you around.
Thanks. Later.
Later. Thanks for the cakes, by the way.
No problem. And yeah, she will turn and sort of do a little hop down the 3 steps, or the porch steps, and make her way towards where the Cardboard Palace is. And if you can have a spring in your step whilst having a limp, that sort of, she definitely looks like she's, yeah, moving more positively despite the impediment.
Oh. But I think with that, as Jacob cleans up, Katje goes to run some errands, and Chloe has, well, her own mission to sort out. We can end the scene there. Thank you, players, for playing, and thank you, watchers, for watching. We'll see you all next time.